Yes, this is Hero. How's everyone doing today? Ajibale Kemcho. Hero. So today I'm talking about a video that literally affects everyone on Earth, okay? I truly, strongly believe if everyone knew the importance of this topic, that the world would be a much better place, okay? Whether, that information comes the best from my personal video right now, I have no idea. But I'm gonna try, okay? And I only have not even 1,000 followers, so let's see how much of an impact this video makes. But hopefully, I can do what I can. Now, the reason why this affects everybody is because everyone. So the title of this video is called "The Ego's Role on Heartbreak." Okay, it's gonna be called something like this. I'll decide after I finish talking. So everyone has an ego, right? So, and that covers everybody. And at least 90 to 95% of this earth has been through some sort of serious conventional heartbreak, okay? Or, then I'd have to say 100%. Like 100% has been through some kind of heartbreak, okay? Now, how conventional you think it is, whatever. But, so everyone has been through some kind of heartbreak, and everybody has an ego, okay? And the ego, most people don't know this, affects heartbreak like mostly. Ego is the most reason why we coined a heartbreak as so painful, okay, as so hard to move past, okay, and I'm going to talk about that right now. So growing up, we, or just our ego in general, we tell ourselves a lot, okay, a lot of garbage, that like we're the best, the world revolves around us, we're the best looking, we're the most important, we're this, we're that, whatever, right? All this superficial nonsense, okay? Now, when we form certain relationships, we tend to tell ourselves more garbage, right? Like, oh, someone is, by our, someone loves us, someone will never leave us, someone will do this, someone will do that, someone, truly cares for us, someone will, they're with us forever, whatever, right? There's all kinds of stuff. Now, what happens is so one thing to understand here is that also the ego, you don't reveal all of yourself to everybody, right? But the people you form deep relationships with, they see, you at, a very more personal, intimate, vulnerable level, right? The ego puts down a lot of its walls, okay, to, interact and form these relationships, okay? So this person kind of knows, the more real you, okay? Now, in a heartbreak, so let's just say, most of heartbreak is when someone leaves you, right? Especially initially. Or if you left, but like you had to leave, right? Let's just say someone leaves you. So someone leaves you. This means the reason why it's so painful, let's just say someone left, right? Someone just, adios, see ya, I'm gone, okay? What happens is all the stories your ego has told yourself over the years, as well as the stories your ego has started when you decided to become involved with this person, all of a sudden they just crash. Okay, here's what I mean. You are telling yourself these stories, right? Like over and over again, subconsciously or consciously, but usually subconsciously. Now, when this happens, your ego doesn't know what to do, right? Because it can't keep telling itself all that stuff, because this thing that was kind of with you is no longer with you. And when that gets removed, it's such a shock to your system. But that shock to your system is what we think it's the problem. But that's not the problem. The shock to your system is what is the superficial kind of thing. Okay. And this is why when people think the shock is the problem, they tend to, promote all kinds of superficial solutions like rebound relationships and all this kind of stuff, right? But that shock is not the problem. The problem is that shock is causing you to now become aware of all the garbage that you've been feeding yourself. Okay, like I'm the best looking, all this, all that, right? And a lot of us, especially, maybe not all of you guys watching this video, because if you're watching this video, maybe you might be like somewhat spiritual, but like conventionally spiritual, I guess you can say. Like, I don't like to, coin that, in my own light. But basically, when that happens, that shock, you don't, you're becoming aware of a lot at once. Okay. And for people who are not aware of anything ever, usually this is a lot, because most people don't like, any awareness at all. Okay. So all of a sudden you're not really trained on, all this awareness stuff and all this kind of stuff. And, this is also why this, a lot of the religious books recommend, no relationships really before marriage. Okay. Because, they know, the significance of heartbreak, and how it requires very, very, very spiritual mentorship, I guess you can say, to move past this in a very grounded manner, right? But I guess it is what it is these days. But and I'm no exception to that, right? So I don't want that to be like I wanted to make that clear. But anyways, moving forward, so it's such a shock to your system, right? So your awareness is all of a sudden, revealing all these things that your ego has been telling you, and it's saying, and it's a lot, right? So this is why, like, at the beginning, like, you can't eat, like, you can't sleep, because you're aware of all this stuff. How are you gonna concentrate on food, sleep, school, work, whatever you're doing, right? That's why it's hard to concentrate. You're just because your awareness is it's on hyperdrive now. All of a sudden, you're kind of just thinking about it. And what happens is, we usually, okay, this is what we should do, and I'll tell you what we usually do. We should, sit down, deeply meditate, and just take a little bit of time and say, hey, look, these are the stories that I've been serving myself. That I've been telling myself, that have been serving me improperly. Okay, but now I need to change these stories. And the way I change these stories is first to remove the old stories and then insert the new stories. Okay, so I have other videos on how to do this. Okay, but I'll just tell you real quick. So you basically want to accept any fear related to any story that you've told yourself, right? So let's just say you have one story where it's like, I'm the best looking person in the world, right? Like a lot of people's egos have this. Don't try to pretend like you might not be in this category without really considering this first. Okay. This person left you. So this is going to create a thing in your head. Like, oh my God, if I'm am I really that good looking if this person left? So you need to accept, hey, I might not be the best looking person in this world. This person might have thought I became unattractive. This person might have never thought I became attractive. This person might have, never thought I was attractive ever. This person might have been with me for the wrong reasons. Like, you see how this can go down a very big path here, right? Which is a necessary big path if you really, really want to. And once you start going down the path, it's like a snowball effect, and you'll just be like, oh, you'll get back to, you'll be even better than you were before. Okay? You'll be like so much more light and free, because all these stories that you've been telling yourself is over. But like I said, these have been stories that you've been telling yourself for a very, very long time. So it might take some time to clear this up. But and this is a little bit scary for most people too. So what most people do, and also because they don't have the guidance or the knowledge or anything like that on what to do. So what they do is they take the shortcut route. Okay. So what this means is they try to do anything possible to become unaware. Okay. And naturally, because it is a big deal, right? Heartbreak. You're going to clean up some stuff on your own. Okay. But the moment you get to a point where you can kind of look the other way, your awareness, and, become unaware again, or try to at least, and, drown yourself in something else like a new relationship or something like that, you do, right? And what will happen is you'll see that these thoughts that you had the opportunity to clear up at one point in time, you did not handle, they will fester out in some other way. Okay. Either, future relationships, whatever, they'll come out. You'll see. Okay. If you don't believe me, most likely the people watching this video are already, have already been through this once or twice. Okay. Unfortunately, but, yeah, if you do have the opportunity to, send this to somebody, who, might be dealing with some sort of, situation like this for the first time, I would highly recommend it. Okay. Because like I said, the first time, they say the first cut hurts. I think the first cut hurts the most, okay? Or the first cut, you know, feels the deepest, right? This is probably pretty true, right? Because like I said, it's the first time, you know, you really felt that you having to become aware of everything all at once, okay? Um, like I said, so yeah, so if you could like possibly, you know, get this information, it doesn't even have to be my video, right? But if you can just kind of guide them on what they possibly have to do, that's great, right? And for those of you guys who might be going through something like this for the first time, you know, like I said, I have other videos on this, right? Like I have other videos, like relationship videos and meditation videos, or whatever part of this video that you want more information on. I probably have a video on it, right? I have like over 100 videos, so I don't necessarily know which information is in which video, but so you might have to find it, okay? But they're all going to be helpful to you, so maybe you can just you know, try to find it. You'll find some information that maybe you didn't even know you needed, but you now have, okay? And one last thing, if you know somebody who's about to get into a bad situation, or possibly, especially possibly, their first bad situation, I would highly recommend that you talk to them very, very strongly and make sure that they're aware of exactly why they're doing the way they're doing. You don't have to necessarily, you know, yell at them, tell them what to do, and try to, you know, be that, you know, bossy person. But just say, hey, are these some insecurities that you have that you're hoping that are going to go away with this relationship or something like that? Okay, things like that. Okay, you want to add just to get their mind awareness going. Okay, because once it gets going, it's a very powerful effect. Okay, that can be very, very nice. But like I said, a lot of people don't have that. Okay, because you know, they don't want to be that person, and they think that, you know, the new ways of doing things are the best, which I necessarily don't agree with. Okay, but the only way that, you know, somebody's got to help stop this, you know, degenerate train. Okay, of, you know, just acting, you know, just acting without thinking, basically. Okay, and yeah, so this video is basically just to you know, inform you that, you know, yeah, sure, something bad might have happened, you know, in your life, but you have to acknowledge that it was because of the stories that, you know, your ego has you know, been feeding yourself, that you were not aware of, and now you are aware of, and now you have the opportunity to, you know, take care of this problem once and for all and move forward in a much better grounded way in life. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you have any further questions or comments, you can feel free to let me know, and until next time, I'll talk to everyone later. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you.